What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for an international roundup, and it's been a fairly successful international couple of games for the Spurs players, or particularly some individuals. A bit of worrying news as well to get into, which we'll get into a bit later on in the episode. But let's start off talking about Sweden 3, Estonia 0. Dejan Kulusevski captained the side, played 90 minutes, grabbed an assist in quite a dominating performance from him against Estonia. Bergvall played 6 minutes towards the end, and Dejan Kulusevski, 90 minutes played, 8.9 rating on SofaScore, 102 touches, 59 out of his 69 passes were accurate, 12 passes into the final third, 9 recoveries, 6 out of 8 of his dribbles were completed, 6 chances created, 6 ground duels won, 1 accurate cross and 1 aerial duel won. So pretty good display from Deki, but it was just against Estonia.
I was watching part of this game just to see how he was getting on, and I was watching the first half, and he was sensational. He really was. They couldn't get near him. He was absolutely running the show. Every time he got the ball, you say 6 out of 8 dribbles they completed. You should see some of his dribbles he was completing. It was absolutely astonishing, some of them. I think the lead up to, I think it was the second goal, he dribbled past 2-3 players, took it to the edge of the area, then set up the chance, and obviously led to the goal. It was a really nice assist for the third one as well. They play a 5-3-2 system, Sweden. He was playing as part of the middle three, kind of on the right hand side, like a right centre mid, kind of, you know, what he plays for Spurs basically, but as a part of a 5-3-2. Yeah. And they had Gyökeres and Isaac up front, and he was linking up with those two attackers so well, and it was a delight to watch. If you get to see his individual highlights, I implore you to watch them, because they're really, really exciting to watch.
Yeah, there was a video doing the rounds of his individual highlights on social media. Bergvall only coming on for the last 5 or 6 minutes, but good for him to get I think his third cap for Sweden, so congratulations to him, and obviously Deki captaining the side. Next up, Senegal beat Burundi 1-0. Pape Matar only coming on in stoppage time, so hopefully he got a good rest.
Yeah, sounds like it. So look, we know he hasn't had the best start to the season. I don't know if his form coming in is being linked to maybe why he didn't get a start or didn't play in this game much, but for us, as long as he's well rested and can come back to Spurs a bit fresher, that'll be a benefit. But hopefully he starts to improve, because it hasn't been the best kind of couple months for him.
Yeah, and you're thinking about going into this Arsenal game with their injuries and their suspensions in the middle of the park. You know, they are losing a lot of legs in there, and I think maybe Pape Matar could actually, could come into his own in this game with the legs that he has. Could have the opportunity to overrun that Arsenal midfield.
Potentially, to see how Ange sees it. It's not a lineup. It's not a prediction or a North London derby predicted lineup, but I would start Deki and Maddison together.
Next up is Wales, as they beat Montenegro by 2-1. Ben Davies captained the side and played 90 minutes. Brennan Johnson came on just before half-time because of an injury to Callum Roberts. So it's interesting why Brennan not starting for Wales.
Yeah, they made a lot of changes for that second game, I noticed.
Oh, did they?
Ramsey also was on the bench. There was a few players on the bench. Obviously, they did end up winning the game. Although, apparently, from what I've read from Wales fans, in the first game, Brennan didn't exactly set the world alight, it's fair to say. Apparently, they were very frustrated, a lot of the Wales fans, his performance. So whether he was dropped or rested, I don't know. Obviously, he came on in the second half.
First half he came on.
Came on in the first half.
Yeah.
Okay, so what minute? Because I already got 47 minutes. It must have been just.
He came on like the 43rd minute or something.
43rd minute. So must have been from an injury or something.
To Callum Roberts.
Yeah.
Next up, Romania beat Lithuania by 3-1. Radu playing 90 minutes and apparently having quite a dominating performance once again in the colours of his country. And yeah, he's obviously the most relied upon defender that they have, and I'm loving every time I see him step foot on the pitch at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah, and I thought he had a really good game when he played for Spurs in the last game, so really showed what he can do. I thought against Newcastle, albeit we did lose. Apparently got a clean sheet in the first game, which is really good for him, and another win and another start for him. He's become their main defender now, most expensive Romanian of all time. So really happy that he's hopefully gaining that confidence, and hopefully he'll start playing more regularly for us.
It was the most expensive Romanian breaking what Vlad Chirich's record
Is
is.
probably, yeah. It's a good shout. I can't think of too many. Maybe Mutu. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Next up is Israel 1, Italy 2. Manuel Solomon playing 90 minutes and Udogi coming on for the final 20 minutes of the game. He did grab an assist in the first game for Italy, quite an impressive assist as well, but only got 20 minutes in this one.
Yeah, and he's obviously really good to see him back in the Italy squad, because he didn't make it during the summer because of an injury. And look, he's a young player, obviously, and Italy are very big nation, and they got a lot of good players. So the fact that as soon as he's back fit, he's back in the squad, shows how highly they rate him. Came on against France, got a really nice assist. It was more of like a old school left back kind of assist, hugging the touchline, cutting inside, and then playing a nice ball into I think it was Raspadori who scored. And then only got 20 minutes, but hopefully he's fresh for the Arsenal game, so definitely going to need him because he's got Bukayo Saka to deal with on the weekend.
Yeah. Let's talk about the game today. Mali 1, Eswatini 0 in an AFCON qualifier, I think it was. Bissouma carrying on his unbelievable goal-scoring form, scoring the winning goal, the only goal of the game. So that's 2 games, 2 goals for Bissouma during this international break. That's 3 goals in his last 4 games, I think it is, which is unbelievable form. And the Spurs website brought up some stats like he hasn't scored a competitive goal since 2022. Now he scored 3 in his last 4, and he hadn't scored a goal for Mali for what was it, 7 years? I said, I can't remember, but unbelievable. But
since 2017.
Since 2017. So it's unbelievable form, goal-scoring form for Yves Bissouma. He did go off in the 65th minute mark with an injury, so that is very concerning going into the game this weekend, especially with the players out for Arsenal. I think Bissouma would really stand us in good stead for that game. But yeah, let's go and have a look at the goal.
Yeah, it's a nice goal from Bissouma, and he's starting to get these shots from outside the box. He's starting to find the corners here.
Yeah, I know, but like the defending on show for that one is absolutely shocking.
Still got to find the corner.
Yeah, 100%. If you scroll down a bit, you've got his goal from the first international break as well. First goal of international break. This one was even better.
So he scored 3 goals from outside the box here.
That's a pile driver, that one.
Lovely, right into the corner as well. So 3 goals from outside the box from him this season. I remember when we signed him, I said I reckon he's got another level to show in the final third. Obviously, just off the back of these 3 goals, I don't think that shows it completely. But I think that there is an indication there that he's got a lot more to offer in the final third than what he's shown in the past few years. And he's got really good dribbling ability. He's obviously got a decent strike on him as well. I don't think we've seen enough of that at Tottenham at all. I remember in his debut, he came off the bench and I think he hit the post from like 30 yards straight away. I was like, okay, maybe he's going to start showing it for Tottenham. He never really did, but obviously he scored that great goal against Everton last time out, and he scored 2 goals for Mali. So maybe there's evidence that he's starting to take a bit more responsibility in that final third and show what he can do, because he's got so much ability, I think, and he's got so much more to offer. I feel like sometimes he just plays it too safe, but he's got so much ability. So I'm really happy that he's shown that confidence. Maybe it's more that signs of him getting his confidence back. He's willing to try these things, and they're coming off for him. Obviously, he did pick up the injury, went off just after the hour mark, reportedly. The Mali, I was looking into on social media, there was a Mali fan who was watching the game. He was asked whether he thought it was a serious injury. He said, doesn't look serious. There was a bit of a stamp on the foot and he went off, but it doesn't look like a serious injury. So let's hope it's not. But you never know with these things until the medical staff have looked at it.
Yeah. Let's just hope he's okay for the game, going into the game this weekend. And last but not least, Korea 3, Oman 1. And not the greatest game of football. We were watching it. We were doing a watch along on our Korean channel. But Sonny did get a goal and 2 assists, a proper captain's performance, dragging them through the game. And if we have a look at the goal, it was a proper Sonny goal out of the top draw. Unbelievable finish as well.
Yeah, and they needed him at that point because they were really struggling to break down Oman. It looked like it was going to be a frustrating day for Korea, and it was just a moment of magic from Son. Really great turn. outside of the box on his left foot and into the corner. So much power. The keeper just couldn't get near it, and it was a brilliant goal from him. Ended up with 2 assists on the day as well. I mean, both assists were layoffs for strikes which are outside the box. It wasn't exactly like he laid them on a plate for his teammates, but obviously he still has to find the position, still had to find the passes, which he did, well-timed passes. But his goal was what put them in the lead with 5 minutes to go, and it was a really, really great finish. And how many times Son has stepped up for Korea now? So brilliant, and we know what quality he has, and hopefully he's got one save for the North London derby.
Or 2. He's going to have to rest up, though, because it would have been a very taxing game for him, and 40-degree heat out in Oman. As soon as the final whistle went, there was 16 minutes added on for stoppage time, and as soon as the whistle went, every player on the pitch just fell to the floor. So it was a very taxing game for him. Let's just hope, he can rest up, and he's got a lot of travel time as well now. So yeah, let's hope he's fit and firing for the North London derby. England under-21s as well. Archie Gray came on and played 20 minutes. And right now, France under-21s are playing, half an hour gone, and Audebert starting on the right wing, which is interesting. And Desiree Douillet is actually on the bench.
There you go. Hit the right horse.
And there are a couple more international games. There's, just one really, which is Cuti Romero plays at 9:30 tonight against Colombia. So I guess we'll add that into the Tottenham update for tomorrow. But that is your international Spurs. That is how each and every Spurs player has got on an international break. And I think it has been, a lot of Spurs players have got involved in goal-mouth action over these past 2 games.
Let's just hope Bissouma's okay. That's the most important thing. It's a big blow because he's playing so well at the moment. And clearly showing a lot of confidence for Mali on the international break. So if he would have come into that North London derby with that kind of confidence, he could have taken it by storm. So let's hope he's all right. Yeah, absolutely. And we saw what Bissouma did with a Declan Rice-less Arsenal midfield last season. So let's hope he can do the same this season. But that is your international roundup. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.